Hi Virgos, welcome in, welcome back. I'm Lisa and this is North Star Energy Healing. I am finally around to the 12th sign this time. I started with Libra and now we're all the way around to you, Virgo. So hopefully the reading I'm about to do will have been worth the wait. It's a little chilly today. I've got a sweater on. I just got home from work and got the wood stove stoked back up. I have the most fantastic stove thanks to my cousin. And her boyfriend. We were able to buy that from them before last winter, and boy, has it been a money saver. I'm glad I waited it out. I'm glad Spirit gave me the patience to wait for the one that I wanted. I didn't want a fancy glass front stove, and that's what's on sale, or for sale, I should say, nowadays. Anyway, so that's all going, and we're going to have a bit of rain and maybe some sleet and maybe a little snow tonight, so I want to keep it nice and cozy in the house. Okay, so this is Thanksgiving week. When I'm recording this, it is Tuesday, November 21st. Thanksgiving is in 2 days. So I set the goal for myself last Saturday, I think maybe it was Friday, that I wanted to upload all 12 signs before Thanksgiving for all of you, for all of my watchers, for all of my subscribers, for all the people that watch my videos. I wanted to have this done for you before then. Next round will be probably about December and what's going to happen there. So for Thanksgiving, my hope and prayer for all of you is that you get to spend it with someone you love. Thanksgiving is about being with family, remembering especially to be grateful for all the things that we have. Spirit has given me the message to say to all of you that a phone call cannot be replaced by a text message or an email. So if there's someone that's been on your mind, pick up the phone and give them a call, okay? When we talk to somebody, even on the phone, the vibration is different. You can pick up on inflection. You can tell how they're feeling. So that's why it's really important to continue to connect with people that you care about by talking to them, either in person or, on the phone. So the next thing is I want to remind you all that we have a full moon in Gemini coming up on Monday the 27th, in a few days actually. This is a full beaver moon. If you're looking at the old way, the moons have names from generations ago. This is a full beaver moon because this was the time of year that was good to harvest beavers if you were a trapper. And the Gemini moon, Gemini, that's choice. Gemini is the twins. 2 is choice and balance. So this full moon has been coming out strong in several of the readings. Some people have gotten 5 or 6 cards with full moons on them depicted. I think that this moon energy is really strong right now for some reason in November 2023. I feel like the moon energies have been very strong and have caused catalysts of changes for people. So I want to remind you about that. Also, I wanted to remind you or let you know that I started uploading sort of tutorial videos. I started with the aces. I took 3 different decks trying to show you how the card has a base meaning, but then the meaning changes depending on what cards are with it. I will continue to do that if enough people watch those videos, like them, or comment. So I'll give it a bit, and if nobody's really interested in that, then I won't go on with it. I'm also seeing how many people are watching the elements when I did fire signs, earth, water, and air, and we'll see what format you guys like the best. Okay. So I'm going to pause the camera, face it to the cards, and we will get started. Okay, Virgo. Okay, I have my birch tree lit. I have mahogany and oak burning. I had this candle in another room, and I didn't realize that I keep saying I need more candles, more choices, but I did find that in another room and thought, oh, well, I'll take this in there and use it when I'm doing my readings. All right, let's give a little quick clearing spray because I've been gone all day. Going to get the Merlin spray into my aura. Call Merlin in to help us here. Give us the messages for Virgo, the maiden, Your card in the deck is the Hermit. Virgos are known to be somewhat perfectionists. They like things just so, things in order. They don't like to go off half-cocked, as one might say. Okay. All right, let's see what the cards have for you, Virgo. Okay, calling in my guides of my Virgos, ancestors, spirit, whoever wants to come in and help us with the right message for my Virgos. My readings are timeless, so even though I'm recording this, as I said, right around Thanksgiving 2023, if something in the title catches your eye, there's probably a message in here for you. Okay, first we're going to lay out the what's around the corner for you, what's coming up in the near future, and then we will get to the main reading. We'll go over those other cards in a bit. Okay. All right. Whoop. That one just flew right out. Oh, no. 3 of Swords, heartache. My least favorite card in the deck. Oh, my God. Spirit has been just throwing these cards out lately. King of Pentacles, the Lovers, Gemini card. It is a Gemini full moon, as I said. Lots of hints about this full moon, guys. See what I mean? Tower. Beliefs being broken down. Death card. Death of the old way. Wow. Those 2 in a row tells us something is afoot here, Virgos. Something is going to have to be done differently. We have another card, please, for my Virgos. 2 of Wands. All right. Okay. Okay. Top row. 3 of Swords. Swords are communication. 3s are collaboration, creation. It's a holy number. There are 3 swords piercing the heart, but the heart is not bleeding. So I tend to think of this as a heartache rather than a pure heartbreak. I think it's heartache. But you can pull those swords out and move on, right? And then right after that, you have the King of Pentacles. This king has created everything, all of his luxury, everything is in order, but he needs a vacation. This king is ready to set down his responsibilities for a while and take a break, take a much needed rest. So whatever you've been creating, Virgos, all the things you've been doing, creating your day job, your art, your music, anything that you have been creating for yourself, they're saying it's time for you to take a rest. And then you have the Lovers. In the original, this was called The Choice, and it was a man with a choice between 2 women. This is still a choice card. This can sometimes mean lovers, but typically it means a choice. I don't know why, but it does. And they are depicted between 2 pillars, which are beginning and ending. So this is a choice, something ending, something beginning. That could go right along with this heartache. Maybe there's something that needs to end for you. It could be a job. It could be moving from the place that you live. It could be an actual relationship, right? So moving, getting this heartache, setting down your responsibility for a bit, and then making a choice of how you're going to move forward. Then we have the Tower. A Tower moment is something that shakes up your belief system or some tradition or something that you've believed maybe since you were a child or since you were married or since you had kids or something like that. And something is going to happen that's going to give you a new understanding is what Spirit is telling me. It's going to give you a new understanding of whatever that is. And then you have the Death card. This is a Scorpio card. And this is death of the old way of doing things, which would make sense coming right after the Tower, right? And making a choice with the Lovers. So this makes perfect sense when those are in line that way. And then you have the Two of Wands. Okay? That's a choice. Which road will you take? Where will you go? Right? Wands are action. So, okay, now let's look at it this way. Sometimes Spirit wants me to read them the vertical and horizontal. So if we're looking at heartache, heartbreak, we have the Tower right underneath. So something is going to happen that's going to shake up your belief system, and it's going to cause you some heartache there. Okay? And then you have the King of Pentacles, who needs to set down all of his responsibilities for a while and then do something in a different way. Death of the old way of doing things. Do something in a new way. You've got to change something that you're doing. And you need to take a break, make a choice. The Lovers, Two of Wands. So these are two choice cards right above and below each other. So this is really straightforward, okay, Virgos? So you have a choice to make with which way you're going to go and how you're going to move forward in the next phase of your life, whatever that may be. Whether it's work, love, home. You could be moving somewhere. You could be changing jobs. You could be going through a breakup or a divorce, or you could be having a new love coming in that you need to not remember all of this other stuff. You need to do it differently this time, right? Or I shouldn't say not remember it, but not carry it over into the next relationship. Okay, so let's just take a look-see, because that seemed really straightforward to me. Three of Swords. Let me see if Spirit has anything else to say. Three of Swords, heartache, heartbreak. King of Pentacles and the Lovers. If you could read that. There's many ways to read it, and Spirit gives me a lot of different things to say because there are many people watching. So this heartache could have to do with this King of Pentacles. I'm getting an example of you have a really great boss, but he's moving on, he's retiring, or he's moving on to a new position, or he's not going to be your boss anymore. And you're really upset about that. And you have to make a choice on whether you're going to stay with that company or whether you're going to find a different position. For some of you, that's what that could be. Because some of us get really attached to our bosses who we work well with, and that does cause us some heartache. Our heart isn't only for our husband or wife or our partner. Our heart is connected to us, to our soul, to how we feel about things, right? And then this breakdown of the old way of doing things, do something in a different way, change the way you're doing it, and then make that choice to move forward. I don't really feel like we need to clarify that. I feel like it's pretty clear. All right, let's go on and see what's around the corner and see if after that we need to clarify, because I do feel like this message is pretty straightforward, right? You have all wands in your what's around the corner for you. Action, action, action. You have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is action, but you need to reflect on the action that you have taken. So you've done a lot of work on something or done a lot of action on something. When I say work on something, you could have worked on a relationship. You could have worked on a project. You could have worked on a painting, a poem, a song, but you need to look back at it and figure out how you want to do it, which makes sense when you have the Death card. Seven's a reflection. So you need to think about how you did it, and do you want to keep doing it that way? And then you have the Nine of Wands. This is like work, action, action, action. Reflect on it. You're coming to completion with whatever this project is, whatever this action is that you've been doing. And you're kind of tired, which does tie in with the King of Pentacles telling you you're going to need to set down your responsibility and take a rest. And then the third card in that is the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. This is the Queen of Action. She's also loyal. She could be a loyal friend. She does have a dog there, which signifies loyalty. Very red, very fiery, very passionate. So this is a female, feminine energy in your life that's very passionate. And so you've got the King of Pentacles and you've got the Queen of Wands. So you've got a king and a queen in your reading. That could be significant for some of you. Just trying to feel into it. She could be a very good friend of yours that's going to be there or that has been there throughout the creation of whatever you've been working on. Okay? So, all right. Let's get a clarifier on the King of Pentacles, okay? Because he's right in between heartache and the Lovers. Okay, Spirit, can you help us? Oh, no, why am I taking this? Okay, Spirit led me to... I usually clarify with a different deck, but this is the one I picked up, and I'm channeling Spirit, and I'm just doing what... I've never done that before. I've always picked up my clarifying deck, but this time, this is what Spirit gave me. So we're going to clarify the King of Pentacles. Okay, if I need to do something else, Spirit will tell me. Don't worry. Please help us understand why the King of Pentacles is between heartache and the Lovers, okay? Please help us understand why that king is there in the middle of that, please. Help my Virgos understand why that king is there. Knight of Cups, romance. Eight of Swords, something you don't see. Okay, the clarifiers for the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups. This is forward action in romance. Forward action in romance. This knight is ready for romance. He has a cup in his hand, not a sword. That's a one clarifier for the king, right? Then you have the Eight of Swords. This is literally somebody who's blindfolded and tied up loosely. Swords are words, intellect, thoughts. But all she has to do is unwrap the chains and take her blinders off and she can get out of this situation. So that was a clarifier on the King of Pentacles. So now if we look at it, heartache, take the blinders off, see it for what it is. King of Pentacles, take a rest, move on to romance, then you have the Lovers card. So I almost feel like there's some sort of relationship that you need to move on from. You need to make a choice. You need to make a choice and move on. It still seems unclear. This does not usually happen to me. Usually it's really straightforward and I can understand the message. Maybe some of you understand the message, right? The message in the bottom row is fine. Something's going to happen that's going to kind of shake up your belief system. You're going to figure out that you need to do things differently, and then you're going to make a choice of which way to go from there. That part seems pretty clear. It's this Three of Swords, King of Pentacles, Lovers row that has me stumped a bit. Okay, Spirit, what else can you tell me about this King of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Knight of Cups situation here, please? For my Virgos. Help us understand the message, please. Help us understand the message, please. You don't really have any moons in your reading, so I don't feel like this is going to be connected to the full moon for you, Virgo. So let's help us understand the King of Pentacles situation, please. Help us understand that situation. Queen of Swords. Okay. Queen of Swords is a truth teller. She's straightforward. She says it like it is. They just threw like 7 cards out. Okay, Spirit, let me reshuffle. Okay, do you have anything else that can help us understand this King of Pentacles situation here? Help us to clarify that row. Spirit said you're asking the wrong question. So it's not the king that needs to be clarified, but it's the row. Three of Swords, King of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Queen of Swords. Okay, help us understand that row, please, Spirit. Oh my gosh, Ten of Swords, 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 swords. Some sort of communication issue is what I'm hearing. There is some sort of communication issue. Anything else? Page of Cups. Message. Emotional message. Okay. All right. So the clarifiers for that row, Eight of Swords. You need to get out of whatever you're in. You need to see it clearly and move forward. Queen of Swords, truth teller, straightforward, doesn't mince words. Ten of Swords, you're at the end of some sort of wordy conflict. You're at the end of some sort of intellectual conflict. Knight of Cups, romance. Page of Cups, message, the lovers. Okay, so I'm feeling, after all of that, I'm feeling that this has something to do with romance for somebody. This has something to do with your romantic life for someone. I'm not for all, obviously. Heartache, wants to set down responsibility. Tired. The swords have really tired this person out, whoever, if this is you or if this is your partner. Queen of Swords, Ten of Swords, Eight of Swords, fighting. That's what I'm hearing. Arguing, fighting and arguing. Somebody wants to get back to romance. Somebody is just tired of arguing all the time. They want to get back to being the lovers that you were when you first met. Spirit is giving me this. I can't help it. That's what they're telling me to say. This Page of Cups, this is an emotional message. Pay attention to your partner. If you have been arguing a lot, right now you need to pay attention to that. You can get back to the lovers. You can get back to the romance. But I'm feeling like a conversation needs to happen. Swords are communication. There's some sort of breakdown in the communication, right? Where you're not understanding each other. And if this relationship is worth saving, then you need to take the steps to do it, right? So that's that. Okay, so that was that message. And then you have this message with the Tower moment, doing things in a different way, death of the old way of doing things, making that choice, going through the path, the choice with the wands. And then right around the corner is Seven of Wands, reflecting on your actions, Nine of Wands, tired and getting done, completing some sort of project or something. Queen of Wands stands with you. She is a fiery, passionate female energy in your life. So there's sort of three different messages here I'm seeing, right? Okay, well, I hope that you guys get this. I'd love for you to comment and let me know. I'm not in any of your lives, so I don't know. If I was reading for a person, I could get feedback and they could tell me. Okay, so you had a Gemini card and you had a Scorpio card, if that gives you any clues. Okay, well, you guys are an earth sign, so I'm going to get a card from my Earth Oracle deck, and we'll see if this can pull any of this together for us. Yeah, I almost feel like there's three separate messages going on here. Maybe not. I mean, for you all, maybe this all ties in. Maybe you can tie all this in. You know, if it doesn't resonate with you this time, Virgos, just leave it. It's for someone else, you know. Or if you know a Virgo, share it with them if you think that this may have something to do with them. One thing is clear, and that's that Tower moment thing, where, you know, something is going to happen unexpectedly that's going to shake up your belief system or something that you have believed in. It's going to cause you to do things in a different way and make a different choice than you thought you were going to make, is what I'm hearing. Okay, Spirit. What do we have for my Tauruses? I mean, Taurus. Why did I say that? Maybe some of you have had to hear that. Is there a Taurus in your life, possibly? For my Virgos. Excuse me. I don't have any clue why I said that. What's the right card? What do my Virgos need to hear, sense, feel, and know from this Earth Power Oracle deck by Stacey DeMarco? What's the message? Okay. The Tarkeen. Growth is good, but I acknowledge it can sometimes be painful. I accept my own wild soul. I can be alone and connected. Well, growth is good, but can be painful, right? Can be painful. I accept my own wild soul. I can be alone and connected. So maybe for some of you, a relationship is going to end, unfortunately. Maybe for some of you, the arguing got too much and the relationship is going to end and you're okay with being alone. All right, let me see. The Tarkeen. I've never heard of this. Oh, Tarkeen. It says the Tarkan in the book. Isn't that funny? On the card, it's spelled Tarkine. In the book, it's Tarkan. Let me just make sure there aren't two. No. Okay. So that is a 108, which is a 9, which is completion. You got the 9 of Swords. You guys know that I'm a big numbers person. 9 of Wands, I mean. What is wrong with me? Page 108. The Tarkeen. The key energies are growth, wildness, secrets, and isolation. This is located in Tasmania, Australia, if that means anything, to you. Let me see. The Tarkeen is one of the last remaining true areas of wilderness in Australia. It is a stretch of coast buffeted by the roaring 50s winds, which turn the inland into a stunning and rare temperate rainforest. Some tracts of forest are completely undisturbed due to their isolation, and importantly, it holds perhaps the last few Tasmanian devils not affected by the viral cancer that threatens this iconic species. Okay, this is like 2.5 pages long, so I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I think we get the picture here. So this is an isolated place that holds the last of the Tasmanian devils. And Tasmanian devils, remember in the cartoons, I forget what his name was, but he would cause that tornado to happen. That's exactly what I feel in this first row. Was like a tornado, like chaos, like arguments, like somebody is just tired of it. They just want romance. They don't want this arguing. Growth is good, but I acknowledge it can sometimes be painful. So possibly for some of you, in order to grow, you just have to leave that arguing behind. I accept my own wild soul. I can be alone and connected. Some of you are going to move on and just decide that you're just going to be by yourself. For some of you, you may decide that you want to bring the romance back in. You want to call a truce. I'm hearing that. Call a truce, whatever that is. Some arguments can be gotten over and some can't. Sometimes we get mad and we just need to, sit down with our person, hold hands, and just feel into our hearts, and just have some forgiveness, if that's the case. I am not giving you romantic advice, okay? I am just giving you the words that Spirit is giving me. All right. Okay, Spirit. What does the sacred forest have to say for our Virgos? What does the sacred forest have to say for our Virgos? To our Virgos. What do they need to hear, know, sense, and feel right now about this Tower moment, about this relationship, about all these wands and this work and this Queen of Wands? What do you have for a message for my Virgos, please? Okay. Stag spirit, leadership. They want another one. Okay. I know there are multiple messages here. There's almost like 3 separate messages, like I said. Okay, Spirit. This hasn't been the most uplifting so far, but just always remember that with pain does come growth. Sometimes we need to be reminded that we've outgrown a relationship, whether it's a friendship, a lover. Unfortunately, sometimes it's a husband or a wife, you know. Some people find their soulmate when they're in high school and they stay together for 70 years. That doesn't happen for all of us. You know, and we grow and change as souls and as people. Our needs change, right? And, you know, as long as you don't regrets are bad. Like, don't have regrets. Dragon, power. Don't have regrets. Just learn something. If you are leaving a relationship, whether it's a friendship, a family member, a lover, a spouse, a partner, just don't have regrets. Just learn from it. Take what you've learned from it. Cherish the good things about it. Okay, Virgos? Okay, first card is a 39. That's a 12. That boils down to a 3. That's Stag Spirit Leadership. Your second one, Dragon Power, is an 11 card, which boils down to a 2, which is choice. Okay, let's look at the Stag came out first. Stag Spirit Leadership. In many traditions, the elusive and mysterious white stag is considered king of the forest. With his noble antlers and his proud stance, he carries a commanding energy. This card is calling you to claim leadership of your life. Now is the time to step out of the shadows and become a beacon for others. Don't allow anyone or anything to dim your light. You may be asked to take on a position of authority. Even if you have been in the background in the past, this is your time to step up and shine. Remember that a leader isn't necessarily defined by age, status, or income. A true leader is someone who is commanding, passionate, and motivating. They have a vision and are able to make decisions with clarity and strength. The greatest leaders are those who know how to serve and act as stepping stones for others to reach their dreams. You empower others simply by being who you are. And who you are is enough. You are enough. Are you willing to step into the light and be a leader for others? In European folklore, a white stag signifies extraordinary adventures. In others, the stag is a fairy beast that represents a quest for spiritual wisdom. These themes may appear in your life in the near future. The spirit of the stag says you inspire others to greater heights. Step into leadership in your life. You are a beacon for others. Shine in your own life. Be gentle with yourself and others. However, do not play small. Take action. This is your time to step up. Remember we had all those wands in that one? Okay, so stag spirit, leadership, be in your own power, be true to yourself. Shine for others, help others when they need it. And then your other card from this deck was Dragon, power. This card suggests it's time to step into your power and take charge of your life. Same message we got in leadership. Take charge of your life, Virgo. Look to see if there is anyone in your life who is trying to run the show. Speak your truth and take back authority of your own life. You're ready to stand in your strength. If you've lost or given away your authority to someone or something else, it's now time to reclaim it. If you're holding on to limiting beliefs, or if you're afraid of being shunned, judged, or ostracized, it's time to let go of those limitations. Release any fear of misusing your gifts. True strength doesn't dominate or manipulate. It's a gift from the Creator that dwells within you. You have the spiritual power that's born of sacred love, wisdom, and grace. This ability can heal others and bring light into the darkness. You are a radiant, glorious being. Dragon Spirit at your side is a mighty ally. He empowers you with healing and restorative abilities. He helps you overcome any obstacle, and he protects you in all areas of your life. Spirit of the Dragon says, within you dwells the remarkable power to manifest your dreams, gain great riches, and activate ancient wisdom. Take back your power and express your strength with grace. Okay, so we just got 2 messages kind of saying something or someone is holding you back. It could be you holding you back. I think we may have gotten this message before. So some of you need to be okay with being alone. Some of you need to take your power back from someone who has been holding you back, right? And some of you need to have a new beginning, doing it a different way. Some of you have this fiery, passionate Queen of Wands in your corner. If you have a really good friend who is there for you through thick and thin, I would call on her. Go to your friend that you can go to with anything and talk to her about your situation if you need to. Okay, Virgo? Growth is good, but I acknowledge it can sometimes be painful. I accept my own wild soul. I can be alone and be connected. You have the leadership, you have the power, you can shine your light. You can do this. You can do this. I have faith in you. Okay, Virgos, this was a little bit long, but I hope it had something in here for you whenever you find this. It was complicated. Maybe you have to listen to it more than once. But anyway, I hope this has helped you in some way. As always, peace and kindness every single day. I do love you all.